So we have reached at these two conditions. Let us take condition number 1. From condition number 1, R1 is simply this R minus A, and the angle was theta. If we square both the side, squaring on square, this one simply becomes R1 dot R1. This one becomes R dot R. This whole square, now this side is whole square, plus A dot A. Again remember, these are vector quantities, minus, so this is R1 dot R1, this is R dot R, this is A dot A. So A square plus B square minus 2AB. B is R. Now this is the whole equation. When we solve this, if we take the dot product, so you know the dot product is A dot B is always AB cos theta. AB cos theta. So this is the dot product. And for if we are taking this R1 with R1, so the angle is 0, cos 0 is 1. So A is also R1, B is also R1, and cos theta is 1. So this will simply becomes R1 square. Similarly, the angle between R and R is again 0. Cos 0 is 1. So this is R square. This one is A square. Angle between A and A is again 0. A square. Minus 2. A is simply magnitude of A is A. Magnitude of R is R. Now the angle between A and R for this thing, this first condition is theta. So it is simply cos theta. So here you are at equation R1 square is equal to R square plus A square minus 2AR cos theta. So this is your equation number 1. Let us solve for equation number 2. Now let me solve for the equation number 2. So now equation 2, we have R equal to A plus R2. Okay, so from this R2 is equal to R minus A, and then again square. So R2 dot R2, same angle, that means R2 square is equal to whole square of this R square plus A square minus 2AR. So this is R square. As you know that R dot R, this will result in R dot R, and the angle between R and R is 0, that means 1. So this is simply R square plus A square minus 2A dot R. This was remaining. I see here I have removed the vector because I have already taken the angle between them. Here till this point I am not taking the angle between them, so I am putting some vector sign over them. So now let us solve. R square plus A square, this is minus 2AR. Now this angle is 180 minus theta. So cos 180 minus theta. So this is the angle. So when you see this, so we are applying an identity. Cos 180 minus theta is simply equal to minus cos theta. So if we apply it here, so this will become simply R2 square is equal to R square plus A square, and minus of this cancels out. 2AR plus 2AR, and this is cos 180 minus theta, this is minus cos theta, and minus cancels out, it remains only cos theta. So we have reached at this second identity. R2 square is equal to R square plus A square plus 2AR cos theta. In a way, we have solved this geometrical consideration. Now let us move further. So now by geometry we have reached at this conclusion, and from the very beginning we are considering that the distance of this point is much greater than the distance between two charges. 2a is very small, or a is very small in comparison to this distance r. This r is quite large in comparison to the distance between the charges. Now let us solve this. So this for first condition, r1 square, let the r square common, this is simply 1. This second term 2ar cos theta upon r square, so r cancel out, so this is simply 2a cos theta upon r, and this third term plus a square upon r square. So as you know that if a is much smaller than r, then a square will be further less than r. So if r is greater than a, so a upon r must be less than 1. So a square of this would be almost negligible, hence cancels out. So what is remaining is r1 square is simply equal to r square 1 minus 2a cos theta upon r. Similarly for the second term, this a square term goes out, so this is r square common, this is 1, 2ar cos theta upon r square, 2a cos theta upon r, and remember here it is plus, here it is minus. So this is all the thing that we have got. Only thing we are considering is that the distance between the dipole charges is much smaller than the distance of this point P. Now again binomial theorem. Last year we learnt about this binomial theorem. Binomial theorem is simply if there is a minus, and this is a square, so we can take the power here. So using the binomial theorem and retaining only first order terms, so we got here, so this is simply, this was 1 by this was r1 square, so 1 by r1, this is 1 by r1 is equal to 1 by r, 1 minus 2a cos theta upon r to the power minus 1 by 2. So how did we do this? Let us see. So we had r1 square is equal to r square 1 minus 2a cos theta upon r. So this was all that we had. Now if we take all these things into denominator, this is simply 1 by r1 square, this is 1 by r square, and this is 1 upon 1 minus 2 cos theta, 2a cos theta upon r. So this is all that we had. Now if we take under root, so this is simply 1 upon r1 is equal to 1 by r, and 1 upon 1 minus, and this thing goes into under root, so 1 minus 2a cos theta upon r. So under root of this, under root means power half, and when we apply the binomial theorem, so let us apply this binomial theorem. So this is simply this 1 upon r1, so which is here 1 upon r1 is nearly equal to, because we have applied the binomial theorem, 1 upon r, so we have 1 upon r. Now this thing which was in denominator, that means power minus half, so that will go up like this. So this is here 1 minus 2a cos theta upon r to the power minus half, And when we apply this binomial theorem, this half goes here. So this is simply binomial theorem is that if this term is much smaller than 1, then we can apply this power inside. So applying the power, so 1 upon r is there, and again 1. This half minus half goes inside. So when you apply this minus half on this term, so 2 and 2 cancels out and minus becomes plus. So this is simply a upon r cos theta. So this is how we got this term. Okay.